You thought I was going to say the ugly. I could have said the henpecked or the wimpy. But even better, to suit one example today, would be the really evil. Recently, I've been reading through the books of 1st and 2nd Kings and 1st and 2nd Chronicles in the Bible. The story of the kings seems to be relevant for our time too. Can you name any of the kings of Israel? Maybe King David and King Solomon come to mind. Possibly even the king before David. That would be King Saul. I was amazed at how bad the kings that followed Solomon were. For most of them, the same phrase keeps coming up. They did evil in the sights of and the eyes of the Lord, one after another. After all that God had done for the Israelites, they just kept going astray. That's probably being a nice way to say it. For example, one king named Ahab, whose wife was named Jezebel, was really bad. And you'll see why no one names their daughter Jezebel, and I don't think I know anyone named Ahab either. One day, Ahab saw a vineyard owned by a man named Naboth. Ahab offered Naboth another vineyard in exchange for the one he had now, because Ahab wanted his vineyard so he could change it into a vegetable garden. But Naboth refused. So Ahab went home pouting. Jezebel asked Ahab why he was so sullen. The message actually says out of sorts. And that's a nice way to say it. She probably said, "What are you moping around about?" He said, "Naboth won't sell me his vineyard." So Jezebel said, "Is that how you act as king over Israel? I'll get it for you." So she had Naboth killed. But in the midst of all these evil kings, along came Hezekiah. Finally, the words were written, he did what was right in the eyes of the Lord. The story of Hezekiah is written in 2 Kings, chapters 18 to 20, and 2 Chronicles, chapters 29 to 32. It's worth reading because it said that Hezekiah trusted the Lord and the Lord was with him. Unfortunately, when Hezekiah died, his son Manasseh became king, and you guessed it, he did evil in the eyes of the Lord. This shows me that even as evil continues to be in power, good can take its place when a person of faith comes to power. But good does not seem to last. Even when Jesus walked the earth, there was evil. Times were hard, Rome was a heavy burden, and if that wasn't enough, the Pharisees laid a heavy burden on the people also. You see, people in power want to stay in power, and they'll do whatever it takes to keep it. Even today, we can see that has not changed. But killing Jesus didn't solve their problem. It only allowed it to grow. You see, you can try to put down good, but it keeps coming back. Jesus said, "Do not return evil with evil, but return evil with good." If you read the end of the Bible, you'll see that good wins. But until then, we must follow what Jesus tells us to do. Love each other as I, that is Jesus, have loved you. Love your neighbor. Love your enemy. Pray for them also. But as God told Joshua when he was about ready to lead the Israelites across the Jordan River into the Promised Land, be strong and courageous. Be very strong and courageous. The same message is for us. You're going to need it.